There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Grumpy here, and this is a DC Legend video. In this video, I am actually going to review one of the Rework tunes. She seems to be a beast right now, and I'm not sure I fully understand her kit. I've been using her, but I'm not sure I quite understand why she's hitting so hard, and that is Dr. Poison. She has been incredible. I had her 7011 beforehand, and now I have her, and now since her rework, I'm thinking about even putting more rings into her and everything else. However, before I get into that, what I wanted to say is that before I did a video called Riddle Me This, basically. It was a series whereby myself, Dr. Zabaro, Emperor Gang, we would get questions and we would answer them. Now, just because of constraints of time and work, Dr. Zabaro hasn't been able to hop on, Emperor Gang hasn't been able to hop on, I haven't been able to because I've been working so much, and we're all international. Like Emperor Gang's in the UK, Dr. Zabaro's in the US, Ohio, I'm in Switzerland, so it's kind of hard to get stuff together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to start doing like a Riddle Me This segment, like at the beginning of every video, not promising everything like all the time or being able to get to every comment. I'm going to try to, but I see you guys in my comment section. I really appreciate when you comment, and I'll read all your comments, and then I won't have time to reply because I don't want to usually, if it's a compliment, of course, I want to say thank you, but when you're asking me questions, I don't want to just give like a 1-sentence, 2-sentence answer, and so then I end up not answering it until I have time to give a long answer, and then it stacks up. So I'm going to try to like answer them in following videos whenever I get the comments, just like, 3-4 minutes real quick going over them. So what I'll do now is I have a couple of comments here that, as you can see, my eyes have shifted focus onto my screen, and so on the top 10 comic book movies video that I made like last week, I got one comment from VJB2377. First off, cool points for saying Far From Home is better than Homecoming. I didn't want to say it. I love Homecoming more from a heart point of view, but like technically speaking, I do believe Far From Home is better. But Homecoming has a special place in my heart. I don't know why. It was just really well done. And then next is Chumchamo. So I'm so sorry if I say your name wrong. In fact, I know I said it wrong. I apologize. Big fan here. I am planning to take Two-Face L5. Is it worth it? Need help? Let me be honest. And I think I've said this before in previous videos. I have plenty of toothpaste. Toothpaste? Maybe do I need some toothpaste right now? I probably need to brush my teeth. It is lunchtime. I have had plenty of people asking me about toothpaste frags. I have enough to take them to L5. As you can see, I've only leveled them up to L3 just because there was probably a day where I needed to level up a hero in order to get like a reward at the end. I have not worked on him at all. The reason being is that because, like he says, it's the Duke of Duality. He can be either good or bad, buffs or debuffs, and I like planning when I'm building my PvP teams, PvE teams. And so not knowing what he's going to be, except for a coin flip, just has me not taking him L5 or working on him really at all. From what I understand, he hits like a truck, and so he doesn't fit my style of play. He might fit yours, but I like having like reliable tunes that I know what you're gonna do or what I'm trying to do with you, and then I go forward with it. All right, let's do a couple more comments. This is not all of them. Oh, this is from Lynn Rose. First off, cool music. I wish I knew the song. I have to give it to you later. Maybe I'll even reply with a comment. It's from like YouTube Music. They have a set number of like royalty-free music that we can use as like YouTube content creators. So I don't remember the name. I do love the song, hence why it's in the background. Spectre is significantly faster than Wonder Girl. I figured that out. Stargirl gives crit immunity and 75% shield to your team on her third skill, which should usually be your first move because her second is tied into that. Because if she survives, you can possibly throw 8 strength downs on an opponent, whether it's Spectre or Azrael. I think she means whether it's Arcus or Azrael, because the strength downs on Spectre won't matter because it's special damage. But point well taken. And then very cool composition with Saint Walker. I think this is going back to when I was just building PvP teams, that video that I put out. And a compliment from Lynn Rose for me. Thank you, Lynn. She never compliments me at all. Got a lot of love for her, though. And then next we'll do this. So Great Dane, first time I see myself in one of your videos at 15 minutes. Cool. Did you beat me? I'd have to go back and look. You were probably kicking my tail. So, congratulations for stomping the crap out of me. Hey, bud, you're going over your first match and you are about to bring Dr. Poison against Terra. Dr. Poison is significantly less effective against Terra because of, and I don't have the full comment here because we're about to get into that right now. This is from Josh Urars. So I'm going into her kit right now because I do believe I have been using her incorrectly based on what I have read. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and get into her kit right now, read through it because I'm going to be learning along with you guys. But right now at like L3, she is smacking hard and she is a special damage red, which is only her, Artemis, Joker. I think they're the only 3 like special damage reds in there, which makes her great under Lex. However, because she heals, you may not need her. Anyway, let's just get into it. Special damage on her Virulence. Sure, let's say that's how you pronounce it. Special damage and apply 3 bleeds that ignore immunities to an enemy. That is a point that I need to keep in mind when I'm building these teams because the fact that she ignores like debuff immunity means that I could take her against Terra. So her A1 does ignore the immunity, so Terra is a less of a factor against her. If target already had bleed, apply 1 bleed to a random enemy, double damage if target is bleeding. That's a big plus. And her A1 hits okay, like it's not huge, it's about average. Overheal all allies. That would suck. Overheal all your enemies. Let's just make this hard. Additional 2% true heal per bleed on enemy team, which is a plus, a huge plus. Purge 3 debuffs from all allies. That's a legendary point that I took. Honestly, and I think the true heal, I think a lot of that I think is based on the true heal and the bleeds because the overheal to all allies, just to be frank, it is not that much. I haven't paid attention to it much when there haven't been bleeds around, like comparing with bleeds, minus bleeds. But whenever, like, for example, I'm facing a Terra and I go to overheal, it doesn't seem like it ever does that much. And then on the A3, gas grenade, 10% true damage to all enemies, and apply 3% bleed, or apply 3 bleeds. Apply 3 bleeds additional light special damage to enemies team per bleed on team can't miss. Okay, this is the one I need to read more because the AoE, her A3 AoE seems to just wipe like really, really bad. However, I did run into that situation with Terra as Josh, whatever his name is, I apologize, as Joshuars. Is that what he? Oh, there's a dinosaur picture, so maybe it's supposed to be a play on Joshusaurus. Let's say that's it, Joshusaurus. All right, cool. Anyway, so 10% true damage to all enemies, check. And apply 3 bleeds, check. So if Terra is there, this one doesn't ignore immunity, so minus. Apply 3 bleeds, additional light special damage to enemy team per bleed on enemy team can't miss. So it's applying light special damage per bleed on team. It sounds as though it does it in 2 phases. Like it's first going to be the 10% true damage to all enemies, and then apply 3 bleeds. And then if you have applied the 3 bleeds, you get additional light special damage, which to me might explain why when I do an AoE attack and there's a team with awareness, it still wipes them out. Like it's the first wave from the A3 actually causing the damage to the awareness, and then the second one plus the bleeds being applied, given that second smack, which is wiping them out, even though they have awareness. Master of Poisons, P1A4. Passive ability, at the end of her turn, 72% chance for all allies to take 1% true damage per bleed on the enemy team. That's why. That is why, and that's an amazing passive. So the reason that she is actually killing them all at the end is because she's applying more damage at the end of her turn based on the bleeds that she's laying down from the A3. And I wish I had Joshua Soros's full comment now because I think he goes into that like a very good explanation. I'm looking for it now, but I don't think I've saved it, so I apologize. But he went into a pretty good explanation of it, and I was like, I don't know if I'm really wrapping my mind around it. Let me go ahead and look at it beforehand. So like this is also why I love when you guys comment and call me out on stuff, or even, I don't even know if that's really a call out, just saying like, yo, this is a thing you missed, dude, blah, 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 blah. I really love it and appreciate it, and I can share it with others. Anyway, so going back to it. Apply 3 additional bleeds. So then back to the passive. So that means like on the A3, if I'm laying down all those bleeds, at the end of her turn, 72% chance for all enemies to take, and I'm guessing it's 72% chance, I guess total. In fact, let me go ahead and ring that out. I'm guessing that 75% chance is not per, but all, meaning it's probably like an all or nothing proposition. 75% chance for all enemies to take 1% true damage. That's a lot of damage per bleed. That's 25% true damage. That's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, and then Master of Antidotes, which I believe I'm gonna ring that out too, because she's just such a boss. I want her to be fully ringed out. Passive ability at the beginning of her turn. This at the beginning of her turn, 71% chance to overheal all allies. If there are 6+ bleeds on enemy team, double the amount of heal. That's boss. That's really good. That's really, really good. I think she's an incredible. Her rework was absolutely incredible, and I think she's like an A tier 2 now. I don't know about S because I think the healing that they're doing is still kind of limited. They're still not great, but A, I'm giving her A tier right now. And as far as legendary order, excuse me, let me go back. Legendary order, double the heal if the target is bleeding. Purge 3 buffs from allies. What's this legendary point here? Apply heal immunity to 2 random enemies. When it has random and it's not all, I'm gonna put that last because I do like going back to that two-face thing. I want to know what I'm getting, and if I'm getting it 2 on 2 random, that is half the team if all of them survive, but it's still like, I need to know. I mean, maybe that's just me being like a control freak, but I need to know. Also purge 1 buff from each enemy. I'm putting that 4th on the list of them just because it's only 1 buff, which can be useful, don't get that twisted, but not as useful as probably the other ones. If a team has 6+ bleeds, which if you're running with her and you do that AoE, they're gonna have 6+ bleeds. The beginning of her next turn means that they're gonna have double the overheal. And then purge 3 buff. I'm leaning towards like, for me, because I'm bringing her more as support that can really hit. Like I'm bringing her support wise, but she really does some damn damage. I'm gonna go with the A2 first, then the P2 A5, then the A1, then the P1 A4, then the 5. So if I'm doing this, I go 2, 5, 1, 4, 3 would be my legendary order. And now I'm gonna take on the PvP for a little bit, then I'm gonna sign off on you guys. As you might be able to tell, I'm kind of constrained today, having to like do this during my break because I want to be sure to get these videos out. It has been like a stressful week. Stressful week. I'm sure you guys get it. Working at the hospital, it has been madhouse. All right, so here we go. So basically, one of the things that I'm going to like in terms of using her, we have a black mask here. One of the things I'm going to like is because I'm in love with King Shark right now. Let me go ahead and put King Shark in. She's applying bleeds. King Shark does like buff or ramp off bleeds. So it's kind of one of those, hooray, one of my favorites versus a new one of my favorites. And I can say Dr. Poison might be one of my favorites now. Let's see. So I think she'll go well with King Shark. I think she goes well with Cassandra Cain because Cassandra Cain lays down bleeds. I think she goes well with Red Hood because Red Hood lays down bleeds. Basically, anybody who lays down bleeds. So all of the sea creatures, sea beings, when you have your sirens, your Aquamans, your King Sharks, they all lay down bleeds. So I would say she goes well with them because she's going to heal based off that and she's going to cause more damage based off that. So that's a big plus. I mean, the way this team is composed right now, I'm basically happy with, except for Aquaman. And I might want to put Terra in at some point to protect us from Harley Quinn. So how do I want to build this? I know that they do not have anyone who can block debuffs. I want to be able to go first, and I want to be sure they're not going to have any protection. And this, I love the new PvP. It's so much fun now that Aquaman's in. just because now things are different. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put Martian Manhunter in. He's an alien, not human, duh. Hence the name Martian Manhunter. All right, so then I just took Arcus RB1. I did Starfire first, and then I took Arcus, and then I took Donna Troy. Those were like my three. I did 3 RB1s this week, and it was Arcus, it was Starfire, then Donna Troy, then Arcus. All right, so as if you guys cared, I'm sure you guys don't. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to plop Terra in there. This Terra is, okay, so the idea here is Terra's going to protect the team from getting enraged. Martian Manhunter gives us that awareness and that little bit of speed up because we're going to have Cheetah there. I'm not sure who's going to go first, though. That probably is something I should have paid attention to. I think King Shark might go first. That way I can maybe stun Spectre before he gets a chance to go off as I'm killing people. Boom, turn meter down and stun Spectre. That's okay if we missed. No big deal. We're going to give everybody hit chance ups because then that lends us to Dr. Poison. I kind of want to do this in slow-mo so I can see it happen. All right. So the A3, we toss out this grenade. Boom. It did kill a lot of them. Her turn already ended. So it happened so fast, I can't tell like if that was double damage. Maybe if I go back and look at it again, I'll be able to tell when I'm rewatching the video. But it feels as though like all of it was one shot, which is fair enough. It might have been. It might legitimately have been just all like a one shot. Let's see, Aquaman. Azrael has become a pain again. Azrael has really become a pain again. Let's see here. If I do, okay. Here we go. I'm gonna bring my Spectre to counteract their Spectre. I'm going to use Arcus, my RB1 Arcus. This will be the first time I use my RB1 Arcus. I did it this morning. And as much grief as I give Dr. Zabaro for Arcus, he's a beast. And then we're gonna put Red Robin in. Let's do that. And then we're not going to be able to crit, but RB1 Arcus means that it should be okay. I would love to put Saint Walker at lead right now, but my worry is, well, should I have that worry? Because if I could take Spectre out, put Saint Walker in, we'll hit a little bit harder with Arcus especially. We can take out Azrael for sure. Spectre goes off, and that's where the problem comes in. However, if Dr. Poison is not, I'm taking a chance here, I'm risking something here. If Dr. Poison, let's go ahead and do this. If Dr. Poison, let's go ahead and do Saint Walker. I like Saint Walker, just don't get a chance to use him. But now I do, because the meta's different. So now let's go back to Earthling, and we're going to put in Red Robin. So the idea here is, hopefully, Dr. Poison doesn't get stunned. We're going to use Dr. Poison's A2, if need be, to purge these and the stuns off of whoever's left, unless we can get through it with minimal damage. So I'm going to try to use Arcus to take out Azrael. Spectre would have been there to like kind of stun Barda. He would have stunned Barda. He probably wouldn't have stunned Spectre himself. Let's go ahead and put this back up to 3x. So here we go. Arcus goes. Even without crit, if Arcus is fully ringed out and RB1, he should take out Azrael. Boom, in one shot. Gotta love that, especially since he's under Saint Walker. Awa. This one will purge buffs as well. So I'm gonna do that to Dr. Poison. Hopefully she hits Spectre because I wanted to get rid of that awareness, but that's okay. She's still about to go. We lost a lot there. Ooh, oh, and then we get stunned. Dadgummit. Yes, please attack anyone but Dr. Poison right now. Because I still have faith that she can take him out. Nope, can't take him out if she's dead. All right. Oh, damn you, Spectre. Damn you, Spectre. So then, should I risk it one more time? Let's risk it one more time. Let's see what happens. Okay. All right. Is there anything I should change? Like, this is the matchup that's been bothering me, is where you have like Barda in the middle, you have Azrael, you have Spectre. If you kill Spectre, you set off Azrael. If you kill Azrael, you set off Spectre. Right? Pretty good combination, like pretty good composition, I should say. So then maybe I shouldn't be worried about using Arcus at all. Maybe I should be using Dr. Poison. Maybe I should put Dr. Poison down to like use Red Robin to give Dr. Poison that true sight, which she doesn't need, but I want the turn meter up. Once I have the turn meter up, and in fact, what I probably should have done was put in Wally West in place of Red Robin. So now let's see how devastating she can be. I think that Saint Walker gives 20% additional damage to everyone under him, 25% additional damage to Green Lanterns. So let's see what happens here. Azrael, of course, survives along with Spectre surviving. Oh, Spectre's dead. And so is Dr. Poison, but she served her purpose. Now all we have to do is survive the onslaught and well, we do have death immunity, so we should be able to crack them. I mean, a lot of folks had to die to make that happen. All right, so let's do one more match and then we'll call it a video. But Dr. Poison is a beast. She's amazing. I'm absolutely loving her. And for a guy who loves using bleeds and disease comps, like she is the perfect. Like I'm not going near that Green Lantern team. Ooh, here's another good combination. So you have, and this is where I would want to build a Ghost Second team. But in this Ghost Second team, I am going to need. Okay. So I think I have like a template for a Ghost Second team already. No? Yes. So now all I need is to put in Aquaman, so that way we don't get any crit immunity. Like that's for those of you who haven't seen any of my previous videos about it, this is how I build my Ghost Second team, which is basically Aquaman's gonna make sure we don't get any crit damage. Barda gives us stamina up, so we have a higher HP pool, and then Terra gives us agility up, so that way we don't have to worry about physical damage as much. Now that is also the problem, like that'll solve the problem of Shiva, Lady Shiva, mostly. But am I not? Oh, she's right there. But okay, all right. Let's see how this goes, because they're gonna go first, and they're not even gonna manipulate our turn meter. So all of them are gonna go before us. This might have been a bad decision. Let's see how bad of a decision it was. We survived that. They set off Barda, coolness. I'm not gonna stun. I'm gonna stun Cheetah, because she can be surprisingly devastating from time to time. All I'm waiting for is Dr. Poison's turn. Right now they have no buff immunity, no debuff immunity. I'm gonna go ahead and hit them one time. Don't kill her. Okay, good. If Terra gone twice there, this whole thing is ruined. All right, so now we should be able to wipe them out with Dr. Poison. Close enough. We gave her some poisons. That's fair enough. Coolness, and then some bleeds on Spectre will help us take them out. It should. And we're out of here. Cool. All right, so I like Dr. Poison. I think she's incredible. I'm going to use her a lot more. She's absolutely devastating, laying down those bleeds, the additional damage after the fact with those bleeds. And it just says that there's bleeds on the team, so you can run her with your Cassandra Canes, with your King Sharks, with your Aquamans, because they're going to lay down bleeds for you, and that's just going to cause more damage. So I drop DC Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Marvel Future Revolution videos every Tuesday and Thursday. So please like, please subscribe, and if you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.